Hi friends, it's Deanna here today, and today we're going to be working on the Kids Raglan Top Pattern. I love this pattern because it's super simple, super quick, and super cute. I love that this has been updated now, and we do offer a slim fit and a loose fit, so you can choose if you want it to be a little bit tighter or a little bit looser, and it still has the option to have some ruffles on the sleeve, long sleeve, short sleeve. It's just a cute basic raglan type pattern which looks adorable. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so this is gonna be super quick, and that I love. I am actually making it for my son, and I'm making the loose fit version of it, but it's done the same way even if you're making the loose or the fitted version. I'm actually wearing the straight fit raglan, and I'm kind of using like a coordinating kind of print so we can kind of coordinate but not really match, and I think it's gonna be super cute. But anyway, first things first, I'm putting my fabric. This is my back fabric, right side up on my mat. It really doesn't matter if you put up your back or your front fabric first. It will work the same way. I'm gonna grab my sleeve. Now I am making a short sleeve version, but if you're making the long sleeve version, it will be done the same way. You'll just, if you're making cuffs with it, you'll just add that. And if you're making ruffles, what you're gonna do first is you're gonna grab your sleeve, you're gonna lay it out. You're gonna grab your ruffle piece and you're gonna gather it the width of the sleeve, and then you're gonna top stitch it on if you're doing your ruffle sleeve. But if you're not, well, if you are, then after that you'll come here anyway. But I'm not, I'm just doing the short sleeve. So I'm gonna grab that sleeve and I'm gonna put it right sides, so the right side of the fabric to the right side of the other fabric, right along this short raw edge. Now, if you were to line up the wrong side, they won't match. You see how the other side is a little bit shorter, but the right side fits really well. So if you find yourself stretching that sleeve, then you will have the wrong side. So move it to the other side. And I'm gonna pin and sew, and I'm gonna do the same on the other side of the sleeve. Right sides together, and pin and sew. But you all know I like to do a lot of things at the same time. That way I can get my pattern done quickly. So what I do is I pin or clip, and then I grab my other side and I put it face up on my mat, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I put the other side of my sleeve. See, this is the one side and it's right sides together. I'm gonna open it up, and right sides together, I'm gonna put the other side on the other bodice, the front bodice. Now, if you want to go ahead and just sew that first one side of the sleeves first and then come back and sew the other side of the sleeves, you can do that for sure. But I find that with clips, it's easy to do it this way. With pins, I wouldn't have done it so much because pins kind of fall off. They don't stay as well as clips do. So that's a plug-in for clips. Clips, I think, make it a little bit easier to sew faster, and like, you know, the batch sewing like I do, because usually I'll pin everything and then I go sew it, and then I pin everything and then I go sew it. I don't know if that's how you do it. How do you do it? Let me know below. While we're over there, I'm also going to prep my neckband. I don't even know why I'm going to prep it right now, because I'm going to sew my sides together first, but I'm going to go ahead and prep it by folding it wrong sides together and giving it a steam. Let me grab my iron. All right, and while I'm there, I'm also gonna go ahead and open my neckband and sew that short raw edge together, right sides together. All right, now it's time to sew our sides together. But before I do so, first of all, I think it's really nice when you go ahead and steam your seams. It gives it, like, you know, if you have any wavy seams or anything like that, it helps with that. It helps the seams not be wavy and have more of a finished look. And then also what we're going to do before we hem is we're going to give us our hem, like a memory hem. So I'm gonna fold it and I'm just gonna steam it. So that way when after I sew my sides together, when I unfold it, I can still see where my fold is, and it's easier to hem when it comes time to do that. And now we're gonna go ahead and pin our sides together, right sides together at that raw edge, and go all the way down. So I try to kind of match my lines when I cut this one up, but I didn't do that with mine when I cut mine up. So if you look at the side, you'll see that my lines do not match up, and that's okay. I don't worry about that too much. But when I was cutting this one out, I'm like, okay, let me make sure I cut it out right. I also have not hemmed my sleeve yet because I didn't know if I wanted to roll it up and expose the back side of my fabric, or if I wanted to roll it under like a regular hem. So I'm still kind of not sure about that. So if you want to comment below and let me know what you think I should do, if I should roll it up or hem it as usual. So I'm gonna go ahead and pin those sides together, right sides together, and then we're gonna go over and sew them up. And while we're at it, I'm gonna go ahead and sew my neckband as well. So to sew my neckband, again, because I have pins, I can move my shirt around and it doesn't come on off. So I'm gonna match those shoulder seams and go to the front and mark it. And how I do that is by clipping just a little clip. It's just small enough that when I have my seam allowance, it will get eaten by my seam allowance, so you won't even see it. But it is there in case my pins move. Especially, I used to really love this when I was using pins, because pins do kind of fall off sometimes. And this will keep me from, you know, like getting ultra mad when a pin will do that and then I didn't know where my quarters were. But anyway, so I do that and then I match my front and my back and go to the sides, and those are my quarter points. And then I do the same for my neckband. I fold it wrong sides together where I made that memory crease earlier. I'm gonna trim this right here. And then I am going to find my quarters, which is going from the back to the front and making a notch, and then match the front and the back and go to the sides, and those are my quarters. I am using, this is a rayon spandex, I think it is. Both of these fabrics are just very thin and comfy, which are great for like the t-shirt material. They're loose and cool, and I just like them. I got both of these fabrics from Olga's Closet. You know, sometimes I have people ask me where my fabrics came from, and they're super cute. I love it. All right. So then again, because my sides are clipped, I can go ahead and do this step now and not worry about them coming apart. But if your sides are not clipped, you might want to go ahead and sew those sides first and then come back and attach your neckband. I'm going to start with the back, which is the higher. If you hold it up, you'll see that the back is higher than the front, and that's where I'm going to put that seam to the back and match it right sides together with the neckband. So see, the right side of my shirt is touching the right side of my neckband, and we're matching those quarter points with the raw edges at the top, because then we're going to go over and sew that neckband on. Alright, I am using my cover stitch for my hemming, but you can use a double needle or zigzag stitch, any kind of stretch stitch, a triple stitch on your sewing machine to hem. All those would work great. And I'm gonna try to top stitch my neckband, which is really super scary. But we'll go for it. And literally just like that, we are done. how quick was this sew? Like, it does not take very long to sew this pattern. Put it together and sew it. And it is super cute, super simple, just a great pattern to make for your little ones. And then if you get the adult pattern, you can match or whatever, but I love it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please comment, like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Please come join us on our Facebook and Instagram, where we have great inspiration. All of these amazing sewists are posting their makes, and we would love for you to post your makes as well, so we can be inspired by you. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!